Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So today I want to talk about this 2021 Ford F-150 Power Boost. Now I'm saying this 2021 F-150 because this morning I got a comment. Now I was going to do this video anyways, but this comment kind of gave me a little bit more motivation to do this video. Now this comment comes from Ryan Curtis. As far as the YouTube channel goes, you shot yourself in the foot by buying a truck off the lot. The reason the channel got traction is the whole custom ordering a truck, which you now can't make videos on, being that you didn't see the process through. Now the viewers that wanted to see your complete custom truck order journey, assuming that means unable to, you canceled the show mid-season, shaking my head, unsubbed.
Boom, roasted.
Now the purpose of this video is I actually want to compare my custom order to the truck that I ended up buying. But before I do that, I just want to explain to you guys why I went this route. Now, again, this is not just some YouTuber who is loaded to the gills and can afford to potentially buy a bad vehicle for the sake of content. So I am buying the vehicle that's best suited for me, not best suited for potential YouTube drama down the road. It's just not something I'm interested in doing. So to catch people up to speed, I ordered my custom order F-150, and I'll go through again spec by spec in a moment here to compare what I had ordered versus what I actually purchased. But that custom order that I placed was back on March 17th of 2021. That was 130 days ago. That's not so much the issue, so be it, I can wait. The issue is that that truck that I custom ordered was produced April 27th, which was 80 days ago. So 80 days ago, that truck was produced, rolled off the line, and basically parked somewhere in storage awaiting microchips. That's where my mind started to kind of fall apart in terms of purchasing that vehicle, is that a vehicle that is just rolled off the line, has probably hardly had any fluids run through the motor at all. I'm sure it went through initial testing and all that, but just parked in a field awaiting microchips, and you ask yourself, what could potentially be the problem with sitting for 80 days? Well, it really comes down to seals in the motors that need to be lubricated frequently. So if the motor's not running, those seals aren't getting oiled and they're sitting there. Who knows how long they ran before they got parked. Even Ford's owner's manual tells you what to do when storing these vehicles for more than 30 days. And I'll link a video I did on that up above as well. I don't see how it's possible, because I don't see how you move a vehicle 15 feet every 15 days when they're parked bumper to bumper, door to door. Seems to be logistically impossible. They haven't produced any sort of evidence that they were. However, they said they were. I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. Another component that you have to worry about is the wire harnesses. You have all these wire harnesses, which are now, I believe, made out of soy material, which has been known, it's been documented that rodents will get into these wiring harnesses, be it squirrels, mice, and things like that can also get in there. And they just basically chew these things up. So if they're not running on a daily basis, and you create an environment where these things can comfortably just nest for days, weeks on end, even if they start nibbling on it today, you pick that vehicle up, and then a couple years down the road, those exposed parts and pieces now over the time of getting weathered, you're just inviting yourself to have issues that I didn't want to have to deal with. So then enter this truck here. This truck was sent to the plant on May 11th. So almost 2 months after my custom order was sent to the plant. This was then produced, the way I understand it, rolling it off the line July 3rd. Now keep in mind the original truck rolled off the line April 27th. So over 2 months later, this truck, fresh, brand new, rolled off the line and shipped to Phoenix. I picked it up July 20th. So you basically have a couple weeks of this truck rolled off the line, fresh baked goods, put on a truck, or actually put on a train, rolled out to Phoenix. I picked it up July 20th. A really short window from production to delivery, and that's why I made the switch. Now, to get into comparing these trucks spec for spec, so you guys can understand why I actually made the switch, is that this truck really isn't all that different from my custom order. Now, the MSRP is significantly different. My custom order truck was MSRP'd $67,095. This truck here MSRP'd $72,295. So this is a much more expensive truck. However, my consideration wasn't so much the MSRP as it was the value of the vehicle that I was buying and the price under MSRP that I was paying. In 2021, beggars can't be choosers, so I decided I'll spend a little bit more as long as I get the same discounts on this one as I did on my original one. And Chapman Ford did go ahead and swap this one in with those same discounts, which is huge because today the discounts are much, much less than what they were when I ordered back in March. Now with the truck shortage, they're actually selling, a lot of the lots are selling these things well over MSRP. So the cost to me was more, but I also got more, which theoretically should hold over better at resale value. So comparing spec to spec here, they're both 2021 F-150 4x4 Lariats, 145-inch wheelbase, so a crew cab with the short bed. Now to go through the things that both of these trucks had, basically, again, it was spec'd out almost identical with some added features, but I'm going to talk about the things that were an absolute must for me when buying this 2021 F-150. Number one, the Power Boost full hybrid. That was something I absolutely wanted on a new truck for several reasons. I'll get into that probably in another video to break down the hybrid. The Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0 Prep, which is the feature that later this year the truck will have full self-driving. So I say self-driving, but it's actually level 2. I think people will be looking for that feature on these trucks in the secondary market, and that will carry value at resale. The Pro Power onboard 7.2 kilowatt hour generator, I very much so wanted that on my truck, so they both had that. The interior work surface, that $165 feature, that's actually what got me looking at F-150 to begin with. The amount of time that I spend in my truck, productivity-wise, is a lot, and I thought that interior work surface was a genius, simple solution for things that guys that work in trucks use all the time. I will use the snot out of that. I've already actually got some pretty good use out of that. The FX4 package, the Bang & Olufsen Unleashed sound system, was the 18 speaker system with the upgraded sub for $695. Again, buying a new vehicle, I thought that was something I definitely wanted. It sounds awesome. Happy that I did it. The power tailgate, it's kind of gimmicky, has power up and down. I will use it. Didn't really need it, but at this point you start spending this much money for an extra $695, you just kind of throw it on there. That wasn't necessarily a must-have, but by the time you start adding all these other options, it's like, okay, I'll take it. This truck here has the chrome appearance package. I'm not a big chrome guy, but that's, I guess you would say, the one concession I made, the only concession that I made, was I didn't want chrome. I wanted the body colored bumpers, which I already ordered the vinyl to wrap these bumpers myself. I think I'm going to do it. Although I will say this Star White metallic with the chrome actually doesn't look that bad. I'm not hating on it too much. After I get the windows tinted and the bed liner installed, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the wrap bumpers. I might try it just for the sake of seeing how it looks because I already ordered the vinyl. Not sure. So the features and things that this truck has that I didn't have on my truck that I ended up paying more for, that it's like, all right, it is what it is the Star White Metallic Tri-Coat, $595. So it's a premium color. I do like it. I think it looks nice. This truck also has the Max Trailer Tow Package. Now, another thing that's confusing with the Max Tow Trailer Package for the $1,995 is that on my other truck, my custom order, the tow technology package for $880, it gave you the 360-degree camera package, but on this truck, you pay for the Max Tow Trailer package for $1,995, and then you also pay an extra $765 for the 360-degree camera package. So I don't totally understand that whole calculation. I'll have to dive into that in another video. The other thing, again, 20-inch chrome wheels. They charge $1,395 for these 20-inch chrome wheels. The truck that I had spec'd actually had the 18s on it, and I kind of actually prefer the 18s because when you're doing on any sort of off-road, more sidewall actually gives you a little bit more cushion on those tires. 18s are just better for off-road conditions than 20s are. And then the other thing this truck has that I didn't have in my other truck was the twin panel moonroof for $1,495. So that feature, the moonroof, I'm not a huge moonroof guy. A portion of that comes from, I had a early stage skin cancer thing, and I tend to try to stay out of the sun as much as I can. I live in Arizona. A rainy day like this is, you get a couple of them a year. The rest of the time, you're trying to hide from the sun. You're not so much trying to invite more of it into the cab. But it is a nice feature. I've actually been driving around with the sunshade open for a few days. It's kind of growing on me a little bit, but that is one thing I think is a future failure point on these vehicles, is the moon roofs, and I just wasn't something I was interested in. Now for filming with this channel, it is nice to have an additional place to mount a camera with a suction cup. So I guess take it for what it's worth. So I did end up paying more for this truck. I did want to kind of clarify to you guys out there, anybody who's disappointed that I didn't see through my custom order, again, understand I'm not just making content on this channel. I am a regular dude driving this vehicle on a daily basis, and I need to be sure that the money that I'm spending is smart money. It's not just for content. If I end up buying a lemon, sure, that would be awesome content for the channel. You want to watch me chase down wiring issues because the truck that I bought that was parked for 80 days had all kinds of nightmares? Again, that would be great content, but it would wear on the old ticker. And honestly, I need a vehicle not just for content. I need a vehicle for work. I need a reliable vehicle to get me to job sites. I can't be dealing with buying a vehicle that I might have to deal with lemon law issues and things like that. Be it might be a small potential. I had to make the decision when spending my money. This was the smart money. Anybody who's disappointed by that as a viewer, I do apologize, sort of, but also kind of not really, because again, it's my money, and the content on this channel is based around decisions that I make in my life. My Harley Davidson Heritage 114 sitting off camera here. I've done a ton of content with. It's been awesome. I do have that as a backup to get back and forth to work if need be, but my job requires me to have reliable transportation, and when I'm spending this kind of money, this was the decision I decided to make. So that wraps up kind of comparing spec to spec this 2021 F-150 Power Boost. I've got a couple hundred miles on it. Stay tuned for a much more in-depth review, which will be coming in the future. This thing has been an absolute joy to drive for the last few days. I am learning so much about it. There is just so much here. I'll dive into features in another video, but I did want to address those of you who might be disappointed that I didn't stick with the custom order. But again, my money, my decisions, and I have to make the smartest one for me. While I appreciate the fact some of you would have liked to have seen me potentially chasing down warranty claims on a vehicle, not super fun for me, and something I wasn't interested in, I guess, repeating as I had on my previous truck. So it took me forever to get the vibrations out of that GMC Sierra that I had, and I just not interested in making this channel all about chasing down warranty claims. Hopefully this truck has no warranty claims. That's my goal. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.